Welcome to the video number 4. Within this video, we are going to continue what we did last time. Last time we showed that how we did the design for this application. Now we are going to see what exactly the second step to do. So if the first step was designing the interface, we saw that how to add the items to the frame. We saw how to change the item properties like the size, the location, the position, the colors. We saw about the how we can place them in the proper locations. We can see also how we change the values for the Dropbox by using the model. Now we jump to the second point, which is assigning variable name for the item. This is a very easy step, actions to be done. But it's going to be also it's optional, but it's going to be very efficient, especially when we are going to do a large program or a large application. So to assign the variable name, it's a good idea to prepare a map for your work, like what I'm doing here. Within this map, I assigned very quickly what's going to be the active actions for it. You can see that I'm assigning the variable name for almost all the items that I have, unless the item which is going to be static and not active during the application, like for example the labels. So the labels are not going to be assigned with any variable name. I'm going to leave it with the original one, with the default one, without change the variable name to them. But I'm going to assign the variable name for the ones which is going to be active during my work. Now, to do that, we can assign the variable name by defining every item that we have in our work. To do that, simply you can have every item that you need. We'll simply right click and go to change variable name. You can see exactly the variable name which is already there, and you can change it to the one which we need. So for example, I already do that for you, which is naming. By the way, that this sample, I already changed all the variable name for the ones which is required. But to do that, as I mentioned, you have to do right click, change variable name, and you can choose to the ones you need. So if I go randomly, for example, for measure this one, I'm gonna right click, change variable name to this one. Of course, this is not the default one. I change it to the one which is I have. So for example, if I go to this label, and I didn't assign any variable name to it. So you can see that this is the original one. It's called glabel 5, for example. Previously for this one, we say that we can see now it's name F. Originally, maybe the name is G text field 1. So it's going to be very hard to trace by text field 1, text field 2, and something like that. It's better to give them some reasonable name, so it's going to be very easy to trace. Now, once I finish assigning all the names, I can assign the names as I mentioned from here, and I can check them from the properties, and in the code, you can see here variable name assigned to any selection which I'm doing. So if I would like to have a quick checking that all the variable names is correct, simply I can select this one, name F. Here I have age F, GPA F, measure C, semnum C, has scholar C, male R, female R, clear B, add B, load B, and load file F. Here is going to be number of student F. Here is the student list A, and I have here the save B, and here I have the save file F. So I give the appropriate name for all the parts that I have and I use within this part. Now also you can switch to the code part of it from the design by clicking on the source part icon right here with a tab, and if you go down with your program, you can find out all the variable names that you assigned. It's available here with their type. Netbeans will help you to design this to save your time. So now we finished from assigning the variable names, and everything now is ready to be programmed. In programming this part, we are going to jump to the next video. Please follow me to that video.